from you. We bring this stuff out. It sells out every single time. It is the coolest product out there. What it is a very quick curing adhesive kit. This stuff is amazing, and I don't care what's broken. We've got a way to fix it with InstaFix. You can repair anything in seconds, and I mean literally in seconds. Super strong. It cures and dries very, very quickly. It's great for even like filling holes or cracks, whatever you need to do, putting things back together. InstaFix is there for you. It's sold out. We just got it back in stock, and I only have a few of these to go around. Carson Manning is here. Now, Carson is a professional stuntman. You've seen him stage and screen some of the biggest movies out there. You know, and I bet things break a lot.
That's why we use InstaFix on set all the time.
He created this stuff.
I did. Now, when you say breaking all the time, this is what happens. I'm going to go right into demos because I got so many things to show you.
Yep.
Now, with InstaFix, okay, we call it Noxibond technology, fancy name, means it doesn't go bad. So I can leave the lid off this, and it's not going to dry up on you.
Right.
And it's super strong. But
unlike those glues out there, that if you don't put the pin in there, the thing's
well, that's it. If you use it once, you're throwing it away. Now, this is a piece of rubber, okay? And I've cut this about 30 or 40 times. You'll see this in a second. Now, see that? There's not much on there.
Tiny.
Now, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to spread that around. And the reason, just to make sure it's covered.
Okay.
And I'm not going to worry about it. Answer the telephone, come back an hour. It's not going to dry until I'm ready to use it.
Okay.
Or we call curing. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up. Okay, I'm going to squeeze the air out. Now, we're going to see if I turn that a bit. See the air bubble? What the air bubble is doing is telling me that it's ready. Here, pull this way. Look at my times I've cut this, and you can see. And some of them I didn't.
That is ridiculous.
Some of them
he just cut that.
That's right.
And in a matter of seconds, look at this. And this is a stuntman here. If he can't pull it apart, nobody can.
Well, I try to break. I try to break it somehow.
Have you seen? I don't know if you can see up close, and if you can come. Actually, I've got a blue shirt on, so that's not helping.
Yeah,
but
no, that's.
If you can see, do you see how many times he's cut this? How many times that this has been cut and stuff?
I didn't even line, and some of them I didn't even line up.
It's crazy. All right, I know this stuff blows me away every time. It is so amazing, and this is not like those typical glues you see at the supermarket.
That's right.
That you know, as soon as you leave them open, they start drying and everything sticks together. This is a really interesting reaction the way this product works.
Well, the fact is, you don't even use much. You see how much I used on that.
Yeah,
this will last you a long time. Now, leather purse. Okay, all the threads have torn out.
Right.
Okay. So now I'm just going to do the same thing as I did with the rubber. This is leather. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit, and I'm just going to spread it around.
Just in a little thing.
I'm not even worrying how fancy I'm doing it. I'm not worrying about it. Now, we're going to squeeze, wrap it around, and I'm going to squeeze the air out. Same idea.
That's the key. Yep.
Okay, get some of these threads that pulled away. And once we're just kneading it. So soon as it cannot breathe, which is starving it of oxygen, same thing.
Unbelievable.
So now you can just fix your purse, shoes, doesn't matter what it touches. But now this is where I really enjoy InstaFix.
Okay.
It comes with the yellow filler.
Right.
Okay, this is your yellow bottle. And this is almost like magic, and I'll tell you why. Now, we have a hole. If we have a leak, we have a gouge out of hardwood floor, tile. Okay, I'm going to get you to help me with this. It's so simple. Now, here's a hole. Okay, I drilled. I don't advise you to drill holes in your pipes at home, but plumbers are very expensive to come down.
Right.
Okay, just to look at a job. Right. Now, I'm just going to take some of the blue InstaFix, okay, and I'm just putting it over. Now, I want you to pour that. Just don't touch it. Just pour it right over top of the hole. Okay, it's done. Now, this is so hard and 100% cured. Put your fingernail in there.
It's honestly,
if it touches the metal, it becomes as hard as the metal right away.
Crazy. Now watch.
Here, listen how hard. This is an industrial file.
You can hear it.
I'm even actually scratching the pipe.
Exactly.
Now that's another thing that it does.
And that's a perfect seal right there. And how long did that take you? By the time you can pick up the phone and call a plumber, you're already done.
It is instant. Now, same thing. Well, let's go right into this. Okay. This I like breaking things.
Yeah,
as you said.
I know.
Okay, stand there. Okay, nice gouge. Nice gouge out of your floor. Okay. Now, this is going to be a little different. The reason is there's no mistakes you can make with InstaFix. If I'm going to use this one first, I'm going to use this. But I like to come up with what's better for that application. Now, same idea. I'll get you to do this one.
Okay.
I'm going to do this yellow first.
You're going to put the filler in first.
Now, what I'm doing, now, here's a little trick. I'm going to smooth it off.
The excess.
Now, just put a drop on that. You can't even make a mistake. Just squeeze it on top. There you go.
There we go.
Wipe it off.
And that's it. And it is already
cured. Yep. Now what I can do is just take a little marker. I mean, match it up, whatever. Paint, because it's paintable and stainable. So now I'm just going to do this. This is not really the right color.
But you could find brown and you'd be good. Nobody would know.
Brown, but what I like to do, I can blend it too.
Right.
Here, let me just get a little bit right here.
All right, here's what I'm going to tell everybody is that Carson only gets to bring in about 2,000 of these every time he gets out here. That's all we can get. This is already going so fast. Our call volume has already doubled. It's a $20 bill. Think about how quickly this would pay for itself. What you just did with that purse, you know, if you've got a $100 purse and all of a sudden you fix that, where normally you just leave it in the closet or you try to bring it to, you know, maybe a shoe repair guy who would charge you 40 or 50 bucks to fix it.
Exactly.
Do it yourself.
And a lot of shoe places that say they cannot fix the shoes.
Sure.
You know, like something like this, they're not going to fix this. This is just a boot. You know, you might have
it's split at the seam right there. Yeah.
Here, let me see if I can get this is going right through. See, yeah, that's right through. So what I do now, I love doing these kind of fixes because do not, look, this is a very interesting kind of boot. You're not going to find this again. So that's the thing. Even if it's not worth a lot of money. Even if it's not worth a lot of money, it might mean something to you, you know, and you don't want to throw that away. So same idea, little InstaFix, just the adhesive. And I'm thinking, okay, well, that's nice, it's active, but why is there still a hole there? So the best part about the filler, it makes a new piece that doesn't even exist anymore. Right. So now I'm going to take the filler, and I'm going to fill this
along that little line.
Yep. Fill it in. And I'm not using any special gloves, not worrying about it, because it's non-hazardous, non-toxic as well. Now, let's go back over.
And this is what, remember, once that makes that connection, it solidifies in, look at that, done.
100% waterproof. Like if we can do water lines and water pipes, and we can waterproof almost everything. Same
and then again, take a little marker.
I'm just saying because it's black and I already had it. So
all right, so here's what I'll tell you. There are now about 19, there's 1,800 left. So as soon as this, it's funny, it takes about 5 minutes and everybody's like, I got to get this stuff. Please know, this is not like the glues that you find in the marketplace. And there's a bunch of them out there and they're okay for certain things, but they are not going to give you that permanency, that instant. There's a reason he named it InstaFix.
It's permanent, yes.
Right, so either if you're just using the InstaFix glue itself, remember you just squeeze out the oxygen and that's what forms that bond.
That's right.
If you want to fill anything, use the filler in conjunction with it, and I'm telling you, within a second or two, it turns rock hard. So whether you're doing a hard surface,
any surface,
and it doesn't matter whether it's something like wood or plastic or metal.
Here I got a little chart here.
Yeah, show everybody.
And the best part of it, you know, you'll have to buy, you say wood or plastic.
Yeah.
You'll have to buy a glue just for plastic. You have to buy a wood glue.
You got to read the label that says works on blah 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 blah.
This you can put wood to metal to tile to this is masonry, like brick, anything you want. Any material to material. Even that piece of pipe over there. See that piece of pipe?
Yeah.
This pipe here.
Look at this.
You have plastic. You have. I just put a bolt to the brick.
Look
just for. I can smack that with a hammer.
Look at he just glued a bolt to a brick, and but it gives
you should see the artwork I have at home.
I bet it's got to be funky. You know what though, Carson, especially with things like brick, because porous things are really hard to glue. Yeah, everybody knows that.
The little trick what I do with porous, and so I'm going to show you right here, is give it an extra second or two, because it releases once you get rid of the oxygen. Yeah. And it holds it, and that's it.
It just needs time to form that bond and get rid of that air. That's what it is. All right, 300 gone. I now have 1,700 left. So, again, going very quickly, we have 5 minutes left. This could very easily sell out in this one airing. So if you want it, grab it. Remember, all you need to do is just follow the simple instructions, right? So if you're hanging something like this.
Now, what I've done here, if you have say you want to put a toothbrush holder in your shower, or maybe some kind of a towel hook, something like that. Hardened tile, I'm just taking a hook, put a little bit of InstaFix on it, and I just make sure, it's not moving. Oh, the oxygen's gone. I can feel it when it's working, because that's how fast it is. Now, pass me this bowling ball. Now, I stuck a piece of rubber to this bowling ball because I'm a terrible bowler, and I figure if I put that down the lanes.
You have to look. He glued the rubber.
16-pound bowling ball.
The bowling ball.
That's
awesome.
Like I said.
It's a real bowling ball, by the way.
Now, you just saw what I did here. We're going to hang this up here on... Okay.
You just hung that hook on
16. There. Can you see me? I'm hiding behind the tile.
Dude, that's amazing.
Well, I like to throw this down the lane so you get on my stairs.
You know what I love too about Carson is Carson knows he's only got 10 minutes out here. So it's like, listen, give it a second or two to set. But what's so cool is if you are in a hurry, you can see how fast this works.
This is what I'm showing, and the strength.
Yeah,
and it doesn't matter what you do.
These are glued. I don't know how close you can come in. I'm going to turn it that way so you can see. This is pieces that were glued to this bowling ball.
And you see what I did? I've done a couple other spots, and the only way to get it off, I had to cut them.
See this? The seal is so good that the other ones, you can't You can't peel those off. I mean, you would honestly, you would have to cut those off with a knife and then shave it down. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, once you fix something, it is fixed.
That is amazing.
InstaFix it all the way.
All right, 1,500 left, everybody out there, and I got a ton of people online. So what we're talking about is InstaFix. You get not only the InstaFix glue, but you get the filler powder, which comes along with it. When you use them together, they form this rock hard material that is completely impervious to water.
I'll show you right here.
Okay. So this is a
let's go this really fast. Now let's say you have a cupboard door and the screw keeps getting stripped and it's getting bigger and bigger.
Happens all the time.
Right? And you can't put a screw in because it's too big. So I'm going to actually take a hole like this and I'm going to layer it. Now put one drop in the hole. Okay? Just don't touch it. Just go above it, because what you want to do is you just want to touch it.
Let it drop.
Now all I'm doing, do it again. Just go fast. Go fast. Soak it. It's so fast, dude. Yep, perfect. Now one more for fun. Just give it a squeeze. It's perfect. Done. Now, I've built this up. It looks like I built it up in layers, but I really didn't, because it cures as one solid. So now you can paint that, stain that, but let me show you quickly. Watch how hard this is. I can't even get the drill in there, so hard. Now and we just did this from wet.
That is, look at that. Look at how quickly that hardened.
This hardened. That's almost hardened than the tile.
I'm telling you, man.
Now this is, and then so there you go. Here's a now watch. I'll put a screw right into it.
And that'll go back in. So think about that. And
this is right into the
guys, this is
filler.
Tile. This is a piece of tile. And look at that. You see how tight that screw goes in there. That is all good.
And then if you want it, you just paint that around. You never see the repair.
I'm going to give you an update now, Jared. 1,400, right? And folks online, we got about 1,400 left. We've only got 90 seconds left. So think about around your house. What would you like to repair? It could be a torn or ripped up old shoe. It could be a pocketbook. Sure. It could be anything out there that maybe you thought, you know what? You know what I'm going to use it for?
What's that?
Because I just thought, I actually had a belt buckle that, the belt buckle actually cracked. And then the leather belt is gorgeous, but the belt buckle is like a little square, and the metal to metal cracked.
Then put a little weld of the filler behind it, one drop on it, and it actually welds it together.
Welds it back together.
With no heat.
Right, and this is not like the traditional glues that you see out there. Where, you know what? Because I've done those before, where you hold them together, and it still won't stick.
Look at this happening here. See it smoking? This is a rope. Okay, let's say you're a boat or a sailor.
Yeah.
Okay, now watch this. Cotton.
Cut it.
Now, I want you to feel it. Pass me that brick for a second. Thank you very much.
This one?
Yeah, now watch this. Try that. Look how hard that is. You 100% feel it. This is something else. Here's the end we just did. Yeah. That's what it looks like.
This is the old end. I'll hold it like that, and you can see this is the one that we just did, and you cannot.
So for
it's like it is. It's like it was.
And for shoes, do you know when you lose a little end off the shoelace?
Yeah.
It could be hockey skates, soccer skates, whatever. All I do is I put one drop of it on, and you can use it and reuse it and reuse it and reuse it. It will never fray again.
Stuff is amazing. Hey, can we do the rubber? Can we do this one more time?
Oh, let's do it.
This one, and honestly, this has been cut about 30 times right now.
On the bowling ball, just.
All right,
look at that one I did. Boy.
Here's the bowling ball that we just lifted. You ready?
Okay.
We're gonna cut it.
Cut. Let's go fast. Try to beat my record.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm already having a bet how many cuts I can get in that other one.
Little bit goes a long way. And then remember, just even it up. Take your time.
Even it up. Just
get
try
it straight.
Which I didn't do there, but that doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. And watch, get rid of all that oxygen.
Okay.
All right. You can't pull it apart.
Here, let's even do this way.
Look at it.
And look, this one here, cool. I don't know what I was doing when I did this one.
Man. I just sit here and get impressed by it every single time. There's 1,200 remaining, so half the quantity is already spoken for. If you want to grab this, it's only $19.95, and as my producer Jared keeps saying in my ear, he's like, dude, this would pay for itself in like 5 minutes. And I'm like, I know it would. All the fix-its you could do.
Look, I haven't even barely used anything. I'll do shows all day, and it'll be gone.
This will last you for months, and don't forget you also get the filler. It's a great deal at only $19.95. It sells out every single time, and my man, you did another great job. Perfect. Thank you, Carson.
I'm just going to hang around fixing things.
Are you coming back at all today?
I am. I'll be back at 1 o'clock.
All right, so he's back at 1 with the remaining quantity.